garage here, and I'm gonna show you my four-wheeler. All right, here we go. Can-Am Outlander 570. And if you're familiar with GNCC at all, you will quickly recognize it's not really what the guys are racing. But the market being the way it is right now, I couldn't find 850 or 1000 that was Renegade that was cool. They wanted like $15,000 for an old 6-year-old piece of junk. So that wasn't gonna happen. And this popped up in 570 V-twin. It's not ideal, but I think I can make it work. And of course, soon enough, like as soon as I bought this thing, a week later, some of the dealerships got some 850s and 1000 Renegades, which is what most people are racing right now. I wasn't expecting anything else to come in stock. It's just the way it is. Let's go over what I've done to it so far to kind of get it prepped and ready for the race. All right, so the first thing I did was put some of these Fast Flex handguards or handbars on there, and the cycler handguards. I haven't actually had these bars before. They say they're pretty much a lifesaver in the racing series because they've got these cushions basically that allow the bar to flex a little bit and doesn't put all that energy into your arms. Also got the tether kill switch from B&R. Got that all set up. And that's everything that's going on with the handlebars. I actually haven't done much to the quad because basically I'm just gonna take it little by little. I got the things that I thought I needed to immediately be able to race, and not some of the cool stuff like exhaust and bumpers and things like that. But let's go look at the rest of it. So the other thing I did was I got these Can-Am foot pegs. I just had the plastic foot pegs to begin with. They probably would have been okay, but they probably would have broken eventually. So got these aluminum ones. These are pretty nice and a lot of grip. They make cooler aftermarket ones, but I thought these were pretty good price and they're gonna be pretty helpful. So the other thing I did, I installed this Can-Am radiator guard just in case any sticks or anything get in there. And I did one last thing, so let's check that out. As I replaced this tow hitch thing, it had the factory one just kind of like stuck out here really far, and I thought if somebody crashed into her, it might mess up their quad. And so I switched this out. I think this is a little bit stronger anyway, a little more tucked up and away, so it's gonna be less likely for me to high center. The other one stuck out like here, so it just, if I got over top of something, I could probably high center on it. But still got the stock exhaust. Didn't do anything with that. Eventually I'll probably get a big gun or HMF, something like that. That's what we're going with this year. So the next race is in Florida. Where I think it's gonna be nice to actually get down into the 80-degree weather. So up north here, it's been kind of cold. So even though today, look out there, it's pretty awesome right now. That's what we're doing this year. Good morning, guys. So we are down here at the Wild Boar GNCC in Florida. I haven't been to Florida too much, and I definitely haven't been here for a race. So this is new for me. Got camp all set up. I did not get in until 2 o'clock last night, so I'm kind of dragging a little bit. So that's gonna be fun for racing today. We'll see how that goes. If you're gonna get to a race, don't get there at 2 o'clock. I'm gonna get some breakfast going on the Blackstone, pancakes and eggs and all that good stuff. And we're gonna go over to tech inspection and get everything checked out and get all the registration, all that cool stuff sorted out, and then we're gonna get ready to go racing. All right, guys, the race is over. Post-race report. What do you think happened? I finished dead last, but I finished. That's the important thing. But I could not have been any more last. Like the track master was like following me the last lap. That's how last I was. So, first race, I finished, but I did not win. Didn't even come close. I actually don't mind that. When I came into this, I was thinking, the things that were concerning me is I was afraid I was going to get really bad arm pump, which I did get a little bit, but it was manageable. It wasn't that bad. And I was afraid like I would be physically exhausted, which I was, but not to the point that I couldn't finish the race. But what I was beaten to pieces. So this thing, as you can tell, it's not necessarily meant for racing. By not necessarily, I mean not at all. So the suspension, it's meant for like driving up on the hill and dragging a deer home or something like that. It's not meant for 2-hour-long races. So after the first lap, the suspension, I noticed it starting to bottom out a lot. The longer the race went, the hotter the shocks got, and they just faded like crazy to the point where they were basically doing nothing. I was also concerned about the horsepower, but it had plenty of horsepower. That was not a deciding factor at all. The suspension killed me, like beat me to pieces. So that is definitely high on the priority list. I think what saved my hands, I got those Fast Flex handlebars. That totally saved my hands, I think. So the arm pump was not terrible. The horsepower, not a big deal. It's 570. Everyone else is running 850s and 1000s, but totally not a deciding factor. I could not use all the horsepower that this even had. After the first lap, that suspension just died. What else? The start. I messed up the start. I left the key on, and apparently that's not a cool thing to do. So basically it was like either flooded or I don't know what, but it was not happy about life and it wouldn't start. So that put me back like probably 15 seconds, which my class was gone, and I was like halfway in between them leaving and the next class behind me coming in. So that didn't help me at all either. It is what it is. I definitely will know that for the next time. Keep that key off till I'm ready to turn the fuel pump on. Anyway, that's what happened.